Good morning. I'm here to update you on the next generation VPS hosting. VPS mean virtual private server. In my current video, I talked about shared hosting and how Bluehost is powering over 2 million websites worldwide. Please do not forget to click the subscription button and the notification bell to get update on my videos. The next generation VPS hosting are built from the ground up using all SSD storage. So it's it's currently having three plans. That's the standard plan, the enhanced plan, and the ultimate plan. Bluehost recommend enhanced plan because it's $29.99 per every month. Normally it's $59.99, but uh, there's a discount. A discount has been given. So it comes. The recommended plan comes with a package of two cores, 60 gigabit SSD storage, 4 gigabit RAM, 2 terabyte bandwidth, and two IP addresses. The IP stands for Internet Protocol. The standard plan, which is $18.99 every month, comes with two cores, 30 gigabit SSD storage, 2 gigabit RAM, 1 terabyte bandwidth, one IP address, and the ultimate plan, which is $59.99 every month, comes with the 4 cores, 120 gigabit SSD storage, 8 gigabit RAM, 3 terabyte bandwidth, 2 IP address. So let's talk about what VPS hosting is. Virtual private server hosting, aka VPS hosting, is a website hosting environment that allows for resources such as RAM and CPU. The RAM is random access memory and the CPU is central processing unit to be dedicated to your account. This is achieved by virtualizing a dedicated server and splitting the resources amongst the users on that server. So let's move on. What um what VPS hosting? What are the VPS hosting benefits? What the benefit that um people get from VPS hosting? So users are guaranteed the resources on their VPS web hosting account, and this means that your account will always be allocated a set amount of RAM, CPU, and disk space you have chosen, regardless of what others users on the server are doing. This allows for greater stability and performance of your website. You also do not share the operating system with any other users, providing better security for your website files. So um, let's share some ideas on what are the difference between the shared hosting and the VPS hosting. So users of shared hosting all share the resources on the server their website are on. There is no guarantee of RAM, that's RAM or CPU, with shared hosting. That's one difference. Shared hosting also does not provide full root access to the server as opposed to VPS package, where users are given full root access to perform commands and make configuration changes to their hosting environment. So that's the difference between the shared hosting and the VPS hosting. So let's move on to the next. That's how do I get started? How to get started with VPS hosting. So getting started with VPS hosting is easy with Bluehost. As I said, has yeah is easy with Bluehost as your VPS hosting provider. Simply choose from our standard enhanced or ultimate VPS hosting package based on the amount of resources your website needs and follow the sign up instruction. So the plans that I talked about earlier. So you choose the one that's best fits the website that you plan to create. And once you have and then you need to sign up also. And once you have an account, you can easily upgrade to more resources from within your customer dashboard. So um, let's try and let's move on to the features of VPS hosting. So um, some of the features are free domain name for first year. So 1 year of domain registration is included with each new VPS. After the initial year, the domain can be renewed at market price. So another features another feature is 30-day money back guarantee. So if you are unhappy for any reason within the first 30 days of service, you can cancel for a full refund of hosting fees. Restrictions apply. So these are all the features, that's the packages that Bluehost gives to anyone who buys his VPS hosting. And 20, another feature is 24/7 support. Their team is specially trained to not only solve technical issues but to help you with all aspect of getting online. So you can call them anytime. And their additional features, that's you have their additional features is comes with multi-server management, access control, file management, and the optional features comes with additional resources, domain privacy plus protection, site lock. So let's try and see if you can buy um one of the VPS hosting. The format on to buy the how to buy the hosting. So let's choose their recommended um plan. That's the enhanced plan. So let's choose the recommended plan, and then let's choose their recommended plan. Then you if you do not have a domain, you either create one, or when you have a domain, you already have a domain somewhere. You can just go to the go to you can just go to use a domain you own, and then just enter the domain that you own and just click next. But if you do not, for me, let's uh, i'm I'm moving on to create a new domain. So um I've just typed in my domain the domain that I want to create. So I'm clicking next. So the next then takes me to their next page. That's their your account. No? It says that my domain is currently available. So this is my account information. That's my first name, last name. So if you hop on to Blues and you do not have an account, you do not have you've not created or signed up when you try to buy a domain or this one, you need to sign up into your Google account. So um that's so the account information, we have the first name, the last name, the business name. That's if it's optional, so it's not necessary to type in your name, your business name, and your country, your street address, city, state, zip code, phone number, the email address, and the package information. That's the account plan. The VPS enhanced hosting is 24 month price. As the hosting price is the 24-month price. The hosting price is 719.